Hi, this is Kailash Jumashi. Today's date is the 10th of April 2022, and last night, Prime Minister Imran Khan of Pakistan was voted out in a vote of no confidence. I'm about to show that this whole thing was pure theatre, all by the numbers. It's very difficult to argue this point to people, especially family members, because who firmly believe that Pakistan politics is legitimate, but it's not. It's just like every other country in the world, especially in the Western world as well. I mean, the entire political system, it was founded. They borrowed from Britain in terms of a parliamentary system and all that. But at the end of the day, democracy in Pakistan or anywhere else is meaningless because these people are put into power by the numbers, by this global Kabbalah system of letters and of coding numbers into letters, or letters into numbers and numbers into words, to bring about these rituals, because that's what this ritual was. So this event took place at 187 days from the Prime Minister of Pakistan's birthday. 187 is a very important number because you'll see, as I do this decode, that this was a ritual by the numbers. Society of Jesus, the military of the Catholic Church, who ultimately run the world because they use this code. You're going to see later that these people that you see in television, they're all agents of the Catholic Church, Jesuits, Zionists, what have you. National Assembly, because that's where the vote took place, is 56, like Society of Jesus 56. Parliament's 187, like Society of Jesus 187. Imran Khan's 55. The reason why I highlight this, because in the date numerology, it's 55. Important to highlight is that I took this from Wikipedia, IMDb. I'm trying to illustrate that, like all these politicians, he's an actor as well, because the fact that he's appeared in films, even though he's playing himself, tells you that he's not who he says he is. He was the 22nd Prime Minister. 22nd. He's not current now, but he was a current just before what happened last night. I highlight 22 because he got ousted. Being the 22nd Prime Minister, he got ousted in the year 2022. Tells you that this isn't by the numbers. His full name, Imran Khan Niazi, is 139, like Freemason 139. Their media reporting this is what happened. First read this tweet, it had 33 retweets, Mason with 33, 144 likes, Jesuit Order 144. I mean, this guy is not a when I heard family say, oh, he came from a commoner background, well, does he look like a commoner to you? He's surrounded himself with powerful people. I mean, this is Ghislaine Maxwell he's with. Well, it's rumoured that he might have dated her at some point, but who knows. I mean, it's even claimed that when he was with Jemima Goldsmith, he mingled with a lot of powerful people. You have to wonder whether he was groomed from that time to be a Prime Minister. This was his ex-wife, Jemima Goldsmith, daughter of Sir James Goldsmith. The Goldsmith family being, in fact, German, because Goldsmith is Goldschmidt. They are related to the Rothschild banking family. Also, there's the idea that this also wanted to highlight the fact that Israeli Mossad, which is in turn, which like all intelligence services controlled by the Jesuits, they undoubtedly are used to blackmail people on behalf of the New World Order. So we'll see why why these numbers in the 4 base surface matter. Because in gematria, just had to stop there because so I stopped there for a bit so I don't get disturbed. So anyway, as I was saying, the word ousted in gematria is 84, like the Jesuit order 84, 33 like masonry. So this is all a ritual, no doubt. And the headline from the BBC was Imran Khan ousted as Pakistan's PM. And the count itself is 99. He gets ousted on the 99th day of the year. This guy, Shehbaz Sharif, the brother of Nawaz Sharif, who's currently residing in London, former Prime Minister of Pakistan, he's going to be the next Prime Minister at the moment. Again, like Imran Khan is an agent, he's an agent as well. They're all agents, that's the point. Now, from his birthday till last night, 6 months and 17 days. 6 months and 17 is the 113 prime number. Because the word bullshit is the 113, dishonest 113, mainstream 113, not true 113, fiction 113, and politics 113. That tells you that politics is bullshit. Well, 113 goes back to the Talmud, in the idea that you would tell lies to circumvent Gentiles. It is a very, very, there are lots of numbers in gematria that are important, but 113 is one of them. Shehbaz Sharif, as I want to highlight here, Shehbaz Sharif is 72, and Jesuit order 72. Again, he's an agent. Vatican's 119. Shehbaz Sharif in Kabbalah cipher is 119. Again, agents for the New World Order. These are Jesuit Zionist agents you're dealing with here. And what I discovered, this is interesting, Israeli Mossad, sorry if I wrote it the other way, Mossad Israeli Mossad is 63, Kabbalah cipher, Shehbaz Sharif is also 63. Again, the intelligence service blackmail these people because they're all serving the same masters, whether it's Imran Khan, whether it's Shehbaz Sharif, serving the Roman Catholic Church, the Vatican. I suspect Israeli Mossad to be a proxy of the Jesuits. Because you can see Israeli Mossad is 114, Jesuit Order 114. Because the New World Order is the Jesuit order, which used to be the actual name for Society of Jesus, but more appropriately, the Catholic Church is at the top of the pyramid. They call the shots. Doesn't matter if it's a Muslim country or any other country that's not Catholic. It doesn't matter. They can call the shots. Period. This is interesting. 19 PM since 1947. "5 PM served under a president or an army chief. Nawaz Sharif served the most terms 3 times as Prime Minister. 3 government military coups, 58, 77, and 99. You notice the numbers 58 and 77. 58 Freemasonry, 77 Zionist, 99. That's when Nawaz Sharif was overthrown, and Imran Khan gets overthrown on the 99th day of the year. First general election held in Pakistan 20 years after independence, 1970. 7 PMs between 1947 and 1947 58. 30 years of military rule. Was that not coincidence? Shorter, some guy served as a prime minister 13 days. UK 13. And 13 is also known as a lucky number. And the longest serving prime minister was Liaquat Ali Khan, the first ever prime minister. He died in assassination, murdered by the numbers, no doubt. Interesting thing about him, whether he was an agent or not, I don't know, but he was, he didn't trust the United States or the Soviet Union, so you have to wonder whether he was sacrificed simply because he didn't want to play ball. But sadly, it doesn't matter. So sadly, majority of the time, they're just agents. So, 174 members voted in favour of getting rid of Imran Khan at this Pakistan National Assembly. And 174 is the 40th prime number. Like theatre is number 40. 40th prime, 40th prime number, 174 votes. Theatre's 40, so it tells you again, it's just by the numbers. And Imran Khan is 69 years old at the time. He's 25,388 days old. And the number of days old he is from his birth till yesterday, 25,388 days, and that's a 22nd Fibonacci number, and he's a 22nd Prime Minister. Also, in the planet years, he's 212 Venus years old. I highlight this because this is an area of research that's also important, because these people, the New World, they use a calendar, they use time, they use space to put these rituals out. The word theatre is 112, and Imran is 112 Venus years old. Planet Venus is 42, Imran Khan is 42, so there's a Venus connection there. I mean, seeing what people have said, but I have respect for this man here, Captain Dan Hanley. He's been in the forefront exposing 9/11, because he's a pilot. He's exposing how there's no way these hijackers could do them stunts. These are the agents that are at the centre of this whole thing. Nawaz Sharif, as I mentioned, Mullah Fazl Rahman and Asif Ali Zardari, known as Mr. 10%. Good time, yeah. Hopefully I'll carry on. Asif Ali Zardari is 48, like Illuminati 48, again, another agent. Mullah Fazl Rahman, 53, like 53, a reduction of 35 for Illuminati. His name just Fazl Rahman. There's 64, like Synagogue of Saint 64, I forgot to include that. And the Zionist 40, like his name is 40, September Cypher. Bilal Bhutto Zahrawi 69, like Jesuit Order 69, Freemason 48 as well. I think I'm going to mention that anyway earlier. Freemason 48, Asif Ali Zardari 48. Again, they're agents. Zionist Masonic agents. The Catholic Church. I mean, Jesuit, by the way, is 42, like Freemason 42. Like Imran Khan's 42. I mean, they're ages. I mean, it's. I mean, my personal take on the whole thing is basically, my TV was on all day because they're just looking at what's going to happen there, and I just kept saying it doesn't matter what happens there because it's all theatre. It's literally a soap opera. They're just playing a role. They're all playing their roles. Imran Khan is the anti-corruption prime minister, battling the establishment. These guys are the bad guys or whatever. They're the corrupt crooks that he's fighting against. Now he's fighting against the army because the army doesn't want to do anything. This narrative, because that's what it is. These are narratives that we see in the media. But you realize these narratives are by the numbers. Narrative by the numbers. They control both sides. It's a form of dialectical deception, making you choose sides when all sides are pretty much controlled by the same people. Same people being the Catholic Church, the Jesuit Order. Another one center of this is this man. They're blaming him for what's happened, but he's another agent as well. I forgot to mention Moon was. She's an agent too. 33, like Mesu 33. General Bajwa 99. Imran Khan is ousted on the 99th day of the year. 72, General Bajwa. I should pronounce the name properly because obviously I just want to highlight that I have Pakistani roots, so the story is kind of important to me. Important to expose for what it is. A scripted ritual. So General Bajwa is 72, like Jesuit Order 72. His full name, Qamar Javed Bajwa. His 40 like Freemason 48. And plus, I want to highlight also the wife of his former wife, his ex-wife, I should say. Inja Marchu is 79. Like Society just 79. Again, she's another agent. I mean, she's been on Twitter constantly since her scripted divorce from Imran Khan because it was a soap opera. It wasn't real. It was just a soap opera. She's been on Twitter supposedly exposing Imran Khan, supposedly, when she's just an agent. I already got this down. Anyway, I mean, here she is. You look at her now, she's got like a hijab on her head, looking all religious like, but she's just an actress. She worked for the BBC, for God's sake, so why should anyone take her seriously? The British Bullshit Corporation. Just want to show pictures as well, so you know who the people are. I mean, he's the son of Benazir Bhutto, who got assassinated. I mean, here he is, what he used to look like before he came to politics. This guy's an agent. They say that it's Zardari that's running the party. Well, if you go deeper, they're not running the party at all. It's the secret societies that run their political parties in Pakistan. They're part of this movement, the Pakistan Democratic Movement. A bit of a joke, really. PDM. PDM 33, like Masonry 33. Also, this slide here is going to tell you these parties are controlled. Pakistan Muslim Noor is 84. In September cycle, like Jesuit Order 84. Pakistan People's Party is 112, like Zionist 112. Pakistani Army, at the center of this, that they're being blamed for what's happened. 58, like Freemasonry. 69, like Jesuit Order. So I do have respect for the Pakistani Army because they appear to be very strong militarily and all that, because of military aid most of the time. But most of the time, at the higher level, the Pakistani Army is controlled by controlled by the Jesuits. People won't like what I say that. People that are Pakistanis, they won't like that I said that, but that's the reality. If they want to understand why, if they want to know why, what happened yesterday. Basically, these people, the political and military terrorist establishment, they are all under one umbrella, like Britain, like America, like all these other countries. They're all under one umbrella. It's one big cabal that controls the world. And the other party, Maulana Fazl Rahman's party, 54, like Jesuit Order 54. And he's a Deobandi politician. I mean, for those you don't know, the Deobandi are considered, are supposedly a Sunni movement who in fact are anti-Sunni, who in reality, I mean, basically they're like the Wahhabis who are anti-Sunni Islam, anti-Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and all that. They've been used in their history to subvert and undermine Islam since their inception. So Deobandi is 54, like Jesuit Order 54, and Habar Lubitsch 54. I highlight them because it often appears that these movements are often controlled by the Zionists, and Habar Lubitsch is Habar Lubitsch is international Zionism. The Zionist Habar Lubitsch. I mean, according to intelligence, according to former Mossad agents, that they've Viktor Ostrovsky, that they've had a habit of colluding with supposedly Islamist movements, meaning that they create them, they nurture them, they do all that, and infiltrate them in some cases. So, I mean, this concludes this decode, really. So I think I've covered everything I could. So that's it for me. See you guys soon.